For this assignment in the course, you're going to be looking at books and searching for book materials, but you're also going to be developing a concept that is crucial to research in academic databases, and that is the distinction between keywords, which are very common, we use them in Google searches, etc., and subject headings, which are much less known. Subject headings really are descriptors, terms that actually describe what the book is centrally about. We can think of a subject heading similar to a hashtag that is used in social media. And anything that has a hashtag, whatever it is, hashtag I love books, will all be about books and your love of books. So it's a central descriptor that handles everything that is in that kind of level of content, but doesn't necessarily use the same terminology. In this case, we're looking at the Jesus of history. So we've done our search starting at Library One search on the library homepage, Jesus of History, and we've set it for books. And now we are here, Jesus of History, and you notice it says book here. If it doesn't say book, you can still fix that. But we're looking here at Jesus and his historicity, whether the Jesus of history is the same as the real Jesus, etc. Some people say no and some say yes. And you notice when we look at the book results here, and there's 130 of them, some of them say historical Jesus and Jesus of history. Who on earth was Jesus? Jesus of history, etc. Jesus of history, Christ of faith, etc. Jesus and history, etc. So there's a variety of terminology here. We would really be better advised to use a bunch of different keywords as synonyms in order to find everything that we want. But there's a better way of doing that. And you can find that in the filters to the left. These are the filters. And you notice there's some of them that are helpful in focusing down on exactly what we want. For example, if you're working off campus and you're not going to be looking at print books, you can select the filter ebooks, or you can just select print books. You're not interested in the ebooks, etc. But further down, there are some really important filters here that can be helpful. Published date, you can look at date ranges, so everything from the past 10 years, etc. You can look at source types, and in this case, it's books or ebooks, etc. You can limit by subject. In this case, we've already limited by one subject here, Jesus Christ, historicity. That is the subject for historical Jesus, Jesus of history, any kind of descriptor term that is used to describe Jesus and his historicity. So that is the subject heading. We can't change that. We can't invent it. It's already here. It's created in advance of you or anybody else's influence. You can limit by language if you want, so that you can say, I only want English titles or whatever, and then apply. Now we've got 121 results, and you notice that some of them do say Jesus of history and some others say other things, but they're all dealing with the historicity of Jesus. How do we know that? Because in the description of this article or this book, you'll see history, Jesus Christ, historicity. So that's a subject that you will find throughout this, Jesus Christ, historicity. That's kind of a label that says that's what this book is about. So we've got those books. Some of them will be print books, and you can just find them in the library. Some will be ebooks. For ebooks, you have to look at the access options underneath. And this one here, well, that's a print book once again. So let's see if we can go down here a little further and see if we can find an ebook. There's an ebook. And so this one here, it appears we don't have it. Let's find one that we do have. So scrolling down, a lot of print books. Well, if that's the case and we want to look for ebooks, let's just look for ebooks by adding that to our search. And here we are, Jesus and Historians, access options, access online. and there you will find it. And there are the chapters, and you can read each chapter as you want. And so it's all available to you, and you shouldn't have any trouble actually making use of it and finding the resources that you want with it. Okay, now what about citing? How do we cite these things? Well, if you want to cite an individual book, click on the three dots over here, click on Cite, and then for this course, you're going to be using Chicago 18th edition notes and bibliography, and that will be the citation here. You can copy that to a clipboard and then close. You don't really need EBSCOhost, but then you can, that'll be copied to your clipboard, and you can paste it into any document that you want to use. What if you've got several citations here and you want to just pick up full citations for all of them? There's 4 of them. Up here, there's a Cite button now that you've checked these off, and you can just go Cite and then find Chicago 18th Notes and Bibliography. There's only one listed here, but it says plus 3 more. So if you click on Copy All to Clipboard, then you'll have all 4 of them. So make use of the tools that you have available, particularly the filters on the left, and especially limit by subject when it comes to that part in the assignment. And you should be able to find 1 or more subjects. Don't use like 10 subjects. Limit it to 1 or 2 or 3, and you should be all right. Those will help to focus centrally on the books that are actually about what you're looking for. Thank you.